Hey my friend, I hope you're enjoying the course so far. So I'm just jumping in here because I made a couple changes to the original version of this video here in step 3. Basically, I edited out the first couple minutes, and I did that because the contents of the first few minutes wasn't directly connected to the song I was working on in this course anyway. And for your benefit, I wanted to make better video trainings than what was in that part, in the first part of this video. And so now you can find those new trainings with a whole lot better content in the bonus section of step 3. So I just went ahead and skipped over what I originally did because again, it didn't affect, we weren't actually working on this particular song. I was just walking you through some other things. And so you're not missing anything with regards to the song that we are creating here in the 7 steps course. So without further ado, here is the shortened version of step 3, and we'll pick it up right at the point where I focus my attention back on this specific song. So dive in and enjoy it, and then be sure to dive into the bonus videos for step 3 as well, because you're gonna find some incredible stuff there. So enjoy. So now, let's actually dive back into the song that we started here. So I'm gonna play this one time through, and then we'll go from there. This is a call out on your mouth and a call. You know it called me, I don't want you to see it more. I don't wanna be here, I don't wanna be here in the silence, no. You know it's calling out in my phone. Oh, I just wish you were here again. And I just wish you were here. It's so sick, calling, I don't want to leave it. You know it was cold, I don't want to leave it for sure. I thought it was an open door. Man, I think we got something here. Like, I feel this already. And one interesting thought I had when I was listening to it was like, you know what? This could be the most beautiful breakup song, or it could also be the most beautiful and heart-wrenching song about someone you love or a friend that passed away. Like, it has that type of dual energy. And I'm just very excited to see where this goes. Okay, so now let's focus in on the gibberish. Let's focus in on extracting lyrics that are already in this vocal track. And so let's come over here. This is just a little note. Let me go to full screen. And then we are going to, I'm just gonna listen for any potential lines, and then I'm gonna write those down. This is a call out on your mouth and a call. Not really hearing anything as of right now there. You know it called me, I don't want you to see it more. I don't wanna be here, I don't wanna be here in the silence, no. I don't wanna be here, I don't wanna be here in the silence no more. Wanna be here, don't wanna be here in the silence no more. Again, we're just starting with the gibberish. Yeah, everything there. And then here. Just wish you were here again. And I just wish you were here. It's so sick, calling, I don't want to leave it. You know it was cold, I don't want to leave it for sure. Okay, am I hearing something here? Calling, I don't want to leave it. You know it was cold, I don't want to leave it for sure. I thought it was an open door. Okay, the line there, for sure, I thought it was an open door. Phonetically, it sounds really good. I do think, though, that we can come up with a better punchline at the end. There's an open door. I think we can maybe use a couple words from there, but like, I think the lyrics that for sure sound great to me is the chorus of, oh, I wish you were here, right? It's that part. Just, oh, I wish you were here. I wish you were here. I think it just works. I really do. And then we can kind of use that to inform the surrounding lyrics, right? Now, I'm not going to write this entire song on camera because that would take too long. I would bore you to death. And so often I'll spend half an hour on it and then I'll start to be like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it, so I'll just drop it and come back the next day, right? So I'm going to take that approach because that is the most honest way for me to do this because that's how I always do it. And so I'm going to try to give you as much as I can in this training or in this video, but I'm not going to necessarily write the entire song because that's just not really my vibe to just sit down and get it all done. I like to just really let these things run their course and I like to take my time with it. But in any case, this is what we have so far. So let me just mark this as the chorus. Just wish you were. I just wish you were here again, and I just wish you were here. I like those repeated. See, that's another beautiful aspect of taking the gibberish, because if I was writing the lyrics first, I probably wouldn't write it as and I just wish you were here. But because I was focused on the vibe, on the energy, and on the mood, and on the melody, that is how, just rhythmically and phonetically, that is just what felt right to me when I was recording that. And I think that is what's going to sound best at the end of this. Instead of saying, and I just wish you were here, or some version of that, it's like, and I just wish you were here. So you get those repeated phrases. I'm gonna see if I can listen for anything for this third line here, because it. I just wish you were here. I still see you. Okay, I still see you. Like, I think that just fits for sure. Those 4 words. I still see you calling. Still see you coming. I don't. Still see you coming. Still see you coming. I don't find. Still see you coming. I don't know. I'll get it yet. Again, most of this will probably be off camera because it's just how I roll. But like, I really think I still see you. I think that feels right to me. That feels right to me. And this is just the game that you play, right? So now let's listen to this one more time for this chorus. Wish you were here again, and I just wish you were here. Just to see you coming, I don't want you leaving. You know it was cold, I don't. I see you coming, I don't wanna leave it. You know it was cool was what is, I think, in the original sort of gibberish. I don't think that line really works, and I don't even know if I don't want to leave it works, but I think it did feel very natural. And that's an important point when it comes to lyrics. It's almost more important, I actually think, I'm of the opinion that it is more important that the lyric, or like the line that you're singing, just phonetically feels right than if it actually makes sense linguistically. Because 99% of your listeners are not going to do a deep analysis of what your lyrics completely mean. Rather, they are going to feel the song. And so if it feels right, even if it lyrically maybe just doesn't seem like that interesting of a line, if it feels profound, even just by the phonations and the way that the sounds and the certain consonants and vowels just work together, which again is often as a result of doing this gibberish technique, we're starting from that place. That's just an important thing to keep in mind. This is a web. Again, this is a web. This is not things in isolation. We're trying to make everything work together as good as we can. And sometimes that does require a little bit of compromise. So I think that's about all I'm going to do for right now. And then I'm just going to work on this. And then obviously we'll come back in step 4 and I'll have, when it comes to the lyric, I'll have that completed and, or at least somewhat completed. Obviously we'll continue to work on the song as we go through the steps. But first, before we jump off, before we wrap up this step 3 here, is let's talk a little bit about some tools that you can use to make this process a bit easier and more interesting. And one tool in particular that I think is super cool is like a random photo generator. So this is just a random photo generator website, and you can find these anywhere online. Just type in random photo generator and you can just rerun it and get new sets of photos every time you do that. And this is just fantastic because this helps give your brain just random ideas that you maybe wouldn't have thought of otherwise. Most likely you wouldn't have thought of. It's like a stop sign. I actually have one of my songs that it starts out with stop sign. Stop sign. I'm forcing a smile while she's singing John Mayer lines. I didn't get that from this, but that imagery just can really help you. So perfume, the way that this person that you miss smells, the phone, the way that she sounds when she talks on the phone, the photo albums, just anything, speakers, music. And what's again really cool about this too is these photos will elicit related images or related words. So it's not just that, oh, there's speakers, but then that could make you think of car speakers and, oh, remember when we were driving in the car and we were happy, and it just gives you that seed, and then it's just, you can just go so many different directions with it. And that is the beauty of a random photo generator. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play, and I'm gonna see if I get any random ideas that I could add to the lyric note that I have there. This is a call out, I don't your mouth in the call. You know it called me, I don't want you to see it more. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here in the silence, no. You know it's calling out in my phone. So okay, one thought I had here is television. You could talk about maybe in a verse about just chilling, watching television, or like watching Friends or something, and just doing the most mundane things, and those are the moments that you miss the most, right? So there's a great example. Let me correct television. I can't spell. There we go. So here is just a beautiful example, right? Of like, I just browse through, and I like to do this as I'm playing the demo track that you have, right? Because this helps you to kind of get in the vibe of the song, and if the images connect with what you're hearing, then you can use that as a guide for, okay, maybe that could lead somewhere. And that's exactly what I did with the television one. I was like, oh, that could be talking about, again, where you just miss watching television. You miss doing the boring Sunday afternoon lazy things with this person that either you broke up with or is no longer here, right? That's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. And maybe I'll incorporate this into like a verse 2 or something like that, right? So my friend, this is very often how these things start. And I want to make a very important point here before we wrap this up, and that is this idea of embracing the messiness. Lyric writing, for a lot of people, myself included, it's the most messy part, or it's the most clunky part of the process. I know that's true for me. It's not true for all of you. For many of you, lyrics is your strong suit, and it's more the music and the production aspects that are a bit more challenging. But I know from my own experience, lyrics really do feel the most clunky in 95% of my songs. And so it's important to remember that it's okay. Like, embrace the messiness. Don't try to force it to be super like fluid and just smooth from start to finish. That's very often not how the process works. And so unless you're super duper crazy talented and you can just run through a lyric and just have it done super smoothly, then hats off to you. That's incredible. But for the rest of us, you want to embrace the messiness. And now another thing you can try here, and I mentioned this in the guide, as you can see, is a stream of consciousness writing session, right? So it's the same vein as recording gibberish over a melody, except now you're just pulling out your notes app and you're just typing, or you're pulling out a pen and paper and you just set a timer and you write gibberish. Now, a cool thing that you can do if you do this exercise is play the song back. So you could maybe mute the vocal and just have this playing. Right? You could just have that playing and then just do a stream of consciousness for 5 to 10 minutes and see if that can give you some ideas. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to step 3. So we've got a great place to start. And the beautiful thing again is because we got a great place to start because of the gibberish. So don't underestimate that. That is a huge part of this process. And I am so excited to take this song through the rest of these steps. Now, between step 3 and 4 here, I'm going to go to work on these lyrics. I'm going to try some different things. And hopefully by the time we get to step 4, I'll have verse 1, chorus 1, and at least verse 2 maybe halfway done. And then we can, as we go into step 4, which is finish the demo version, the lyrics are a part of that, right? Where we start to arrange the song. If we have a bridge, that's where we add the bridge, and then we'll finish up the lyrics in step 4 as well. But for now, that is step 3. That is how you write a compelling lyric. So thank you so much for watching. Let's move on to step 4.